Before his departure on August 6, Bhaktivedanta Swami traveled to nearby Mayapur to visit the Samadhi of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Then he returned to Calcutta, where Mr. Bhattacharya continued to assist him with his final business and speaking engagements. Mr. Bhattacharya, we just took a hired taxi to this place and that place, and he would go for preaching. I never talked to him during the preaching, but once, when I was coming back from the preaching, I said, you said this thing about this, but I tell you it is not this. It is this. I crossed him in something or argued, and he was furious. Whenever we argued, and I said, no, I think this is this. And then he was shouting. He was very furious. He said, you are always saying, I think, I think, I think. What is the importance of what you think? Everything is what you think. But it doesn't matter. It matters what Shastra says. You must follow. I said I must do what I think, what I feel. That is important. He said, no, you should forget this. You should forget your desire. You should change your habit. Better you depend on Shastras. You follow what Shastra wants you to do and do it. I'm not telling you what I think, but I'm repeating what the Shastra says. As the day of his departure approached, Bhaktivedanta Swami took stock of his meager possessions. He had only a suitcase, an umbrella, and a supply of dry cereal. He did not know what he would find to eat in America. Perhaps there would be only meat. If so, he was prepared to live on boiled potatoes and the cereal. His main baggage, several trunks of his books, was being handled separately by Sai India Cargo, 203-volume sets. The very thought of the books gave him confidence.
Thank you. Rani Subhadra, please.
When the day came for him to leave, he needed that confidence. He was making a momentous break with his previous life, and he was dangerously old and not in strong health. And he was going to an unknown and probably unwelcoming country. To be poor and unknown in India was one thing. Even in these Kali Yuga days, when India's leaders were rejecting Vedic culture and imitating the West, it was still India. It was still the remains of Vedic civilization. He had been able to see millionaires, governors, the prime minister, simply by showing up at their doors and waiting. A sannyasi was respected. The Srimad Bhagavatam was respected. But in America, it would be different. He would be no one a foreigner. And there was no tradition of sadhus, no temples, no free ashrams. But when he thought of the books he was bringing, transcendental knowledge in English, he became confident. When he met someone in America, he would give him a flyer, Srimad Bhagavatam, India's message of peace and goodwill. It was August 13th, just a few days before Jasmati, the appearance day anniversary of Lord Krishna. The next day would be his own 69th birthday. During these last years, he had been in Vrindavan for Jasmati. Many Vrindavan residents would never leave there. They were old and at peace in Vrindavan. Bhaktivedanta Swami was also concerned that he might die away from Vrindavan. That was why all the Vaishnava sadhus and widows had taken vows not to leave, even from Mathura, because to die in Vrindavan was the perfection of life, and the Hindu tradition was that a sannyasi should not cross the ocean and go to a land of the Michlas. But beyond all that was the desire of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. And his desire was non-different from that of Lord Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had predicted the chanting of Hare Krishna would be known in every town and village of the world.
Thank you. Ananta, please.
Bhaktivedanta Swami took a taxi down to Calcutta port. A few friends and admirers, along with his son Vrindavan, accompanied him. He rides in his daddy, today at 9 a.m., embarked on MV Jalduta. Came with me Bhagavati, the Dwarwan of Scindia's Sansir, Mr. Sen Gupta, Mr. Ali, and Vrindavan. He was carrying a Bengali copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which he intended to read during his crossing. Somehow he would be able to cook on the board, or if not, he could starve. Whatever Krishna desired. He checked his essentials: passenger ticket, passport, visa, P form, sponsor's address. Finally, it was happening. Srila Prabhupada says, with what a great difficulty I got out of the country, some way or other, by Krishna's grace. I got out so I could spread the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. Otherwise, to remain in India, it was not possible. I wanted to start a movement in India, but I was not at all encouraged. The black cargo ship, small and weathered, was moored at dockside, a gangway leading from his dock to ship's deck. Indian merchant sailors curiously eyed the elderly saffron-dressed sadhu as he spoke last words to his companions and then left them and walked determinedly towards the boat. For thousands of years, Krishna Bhakti had been known only in India, not outside, except in twisted, faithless reports by foreigners. And the only Swamis to have reached America had been non devotees, Mayavadi impersonalists. But now Krishna was sending Bhaktivedanta Swami as his emissary.
Mataji.
Thank you, Ananta.
Chapter 12 The Journey to America. Today the ship is flying very smoothly. I feel today better, but I'm feeling separation from Sri Vrindavan and my lords, Sri Govinda.